Welcome to another Dragonlance Saga Readings episode. My name is Adam, and today I'm reading the Dragonlance Saga Book 2, Chapters 5 and 6. I'd like to take a moment and thank the members of this channel, and invite you to consider becoming a member by visiting the link in the description below. Chapter 5, Pax Tharkaz. I've never seen anything so big. Who built it? They must have been powerful men indeed.
It was not men, Tika, but elves and dwarves working together, once, long ago, when times were peaceful.
Flint Fireforge speaks true, girl. An elf named Kith-Cannon, in the distant days after the Kinslayer Wars, built Pax Tharkaz yonder. Standing between elven and dwarven kingdoms, it was constructed in a spirit of friendship, since lost in this world. It grieves me to see it now, the bastion of Lord Verminard's mighty war machine.
You're going inside Pax Tharkaz?
We must, Eben. Come.
Tanis, I know I'm new in your ranks, but I wouldn't trust that elf if I were you.
I've known Gilthanas many years, Eben.
All the same, he vanished just before the Draconians attacked, and more than one in his party died cursing his name. Just thought you should know.
We are here. First, I must find the small niche in the granite for which I seek. Ah, there it is. I have but to insert this small gem in it and say the ancient words. Latmius rhetorix sum. Ah, you see? It opens before us. But what used to be inside was the burial chamber of Kith-Cannon. Raceland, what do you sense about this place?
Evil. Great evil. But I sense great goodness, too. The elves are not truly forgotten within, though evil things have come to rule in their stead.
This is madness! I can't believe you people are actually going in there!
The blast of air from within is cold. What lies within?
I have never entered. I know of this place only through the lore of my people. What about our pursuer, Gilthanas? Do we leave the entrance open for him? I will leave it open just a crack, enough that whoever tracks us will know we came in here and can follow, but not enough that it looks like a trap. This must be the chain room, which serves likewise as the tomb of Kith-Cannon, and that can only be his remains, seen by none since the elven clerics vanished in the cataclysm. What a beautiful sword! Taz, I'm not going to take it, Tanis. I just mentioned it as an item of interest. Felian Thalos im Merquanathi sai Kith-Cannonoth Murtari Larion Saran Korilath Eth Hakon.
The sword is enchanted, for good or ill, Githanis.
I know not, mage. It is the great chain which has ever been the defense mechanism of Pax Tharkaz. A dwarf such as Flint Fireforge may know better precisely how it might work than I. But I do know that if this chain is released from its floorings, massive blocks of granite drop down behind the gates of the fortress. Then no force on Krynn can open them. This chain was the marvel of its age, for each link is as tall as a man and thick around as the trunk of an oak. If we have reached this point already, then it means that we are nearly inside the fortress itself, and
Got you! Now at last we'll see the face of our shadow that...
Ooh! Lorana? Hello, Tanis.
What in the name of the abyss are you doing here?
Has something happened in Quellenost? Nothing happened. I just followed you.
Then you're going right back. This is not a game, Lorana.
You forget, Tanis. Like all elven women, I have been trained as a warrior. You told me once that there comes a time when you must risk your life for something you believe in. I couldn't lose you. Not again. I love you, and I'll make you proud of me.
Tanis! Something monstrous scrapes its way towards us, just beyond these doors.
Sturm! Caramon! Shut them at once!
I can see it. It's some sort of giant slug.
Really? I wonder what it eats to get so big.
Osh, you ninny! Put your back into it before it... Slam!
Keep back! Such things paralyze their prey with deadly spittle. Raceland, can't one of your spells?
Kalith Karan Tobaniska! No use. I sense I can cause the thing agony, but it lurches forward all the same.
Let me fight it alone, Tanis. That will give the rest of you time to flee. No, Sturm. We stand or fall together, and your sword doesn't no more harm than my arrows. Now it comes this way, Lorana. Goldmoon, seek safety behind the throne, while I... Look, companions! It gives way before the sword of Kithcanon. And once these doors are firmly shut, it'll bother us no more. How did you know to grab the sword, Tanis? I didn't grab it. Suddenly, the sword was just in my hand, as if someone handed it to me.
The sword is enchanted. He gave it to you.
Who?
Kithcanon, the Elven King.
I'd be the last to pour the cold water on all this rejoicing, but has anyone seen Tasselhoff and Fizzban since the slug attacked? It didn't devour them, surely. No, they were next to me, but I recall they were thrown back when the doors were flung open. Well, we can only pray we find them safe as we move forward. Where are we, Gilthanas? In the cellars on the lowest level, near where the women are imprisoned. The children are kept on the first floor, behind Verminard's chamber. He knows no group will flee without the rest of their families. You know much about Pax Sarkaz for one who's never been here. If Gilthanas planned to betray us, Eben, what's the point of bringing us this far before doing so? Perhaps to bring me and the discs of Mishakal to Verminard. He knows I am here, Tanis. He worships the Queen of Darkness as I worship Mishakal. The gods of good are matched by the gods of evil, with the gods of neutrality striving to keep the balance. This is what Mishakal meant when she said we were to restore the balance. The promise of good I bring is the one thing Verminard fears, and he is exerting all his will to find me. The longer I remain here, all the more reason to quit bickering among ourselves. So, what is your plan, Gilthanas? I thought you would never ask, Tantalus. Once every day, some of the women are allowed to visit their men. It helps keep both in line. Also, once a day, the women are allowed to visit the children. Now, here's what I propose we do. I'm afraid I still don't remember anything after that slug threw us back, Fizzban.
I told you, Kenda. We were flung up onto the chain. I pulled you up here, above the burial chamber, out of the slug's way. But the chain's design is such that we can't climb down again.
So you said, but...
Shh! My magic puffball has led us to the room we seek.
It has? I thought we were seeking a way back to the others, not an art gallery. Why, look at that, Fizzban! It's a painting of dragons. Red dragons attacking Pax Tharkaz with Knights of Solemnia mounted on other dragons fighting back. That means there were once good dragons in the world as well as evil. And the knights they're carrying bright weapons. The Dragonlance, Fizzban!
Are you sure, little one?
Can't you see? It's the Dragonlance...
Yes, Tasselhoff Perfect. You understand. You see the answer and you will remember. But not now. Not now.
Huh? Dragons... What was I saying? Oh yes, the Dragon's Lair. If my map reading is correct, it must be down this way. I swear, Fizzban, some of your forgetfulness must be rubbing off on me.
My. Imagine that.
Chapter 6. The Spy Within.
Why have you dared disturb me, Viewmaster Toad? You should be happy merely to still be alive after letting that female cleric escape you in the way here.
Please, Lord Verminard, it wasn't my fault. The elves ambushed us.
You would be dead now, your hide stretched out dry, if not for the fact that I sense that very cleric drawing nearer, moment by moment. I shall have her yet. So why have you bothered bringing these two wretched before me?
Well, this one, Seston by name, is the one who freed the slaves from Solace.
He's nothing but a gully dwarf. Away with him! What of the other one?
This human was found wandering around Gateway, which, as you know, has been declared off limits to all non-military personnel. I thought he might be a spy.
What has he to say for himself?
Nothing, sire. He is deaf and dumb.
He's feeble-minded as well, I suspect. Quite a catch, Toad. A gully dwarf and a spy unable to hear and speak. Leave the dwarf here to feed Ember tonight, and take the man to the mines. Ember, we fly tomorrow to destroy Quailnost, so be ready when I call.
I shall, master.
See that you are.
And thank you for the gully dwarf. I shall save him for later, when I feel hungry. Verminard has taken leave of his senses, dwarf, if he thinks I'd eat such as you. Why, I never... Sst! I have come as commanded, Ember. Ah, yes. Verminard's eyes and ears among the rat pack of humans, elves, and dwarves who scuttle even now among the back corridors of Pax Starkaz. I've only limited time, Royal One. I must return before they suspect, and I should report to Lord Verminard. I will tell him what he needs to know when I am ready for him to know it. Report! The fools I accompany plan to free the slaves and lead them in revolt to force Verminard to recall the army marching on Qualinesti. A plan to match their intelligence. Listen to me. A prisoner was brought in just now by that imbecile Toad. It is he, the one we seek. Are you certain? Of course. I see this man in my dreams. He is here, within my grasp. I must deliver him to the Queen of Darkness in person, once I have returned from helping Verminard deal with the elves. Now go, but keep this man safe till I return. Yes, Ember. Did you see, Fizzban? I know that it was dark, but did you see who it was reported to that dragon?
Yes. The question is, what do we do now?
Well, we Kender only do small things and leave the big things to others, so... I know. We'll do the small things. We'll rescue Seston.
Quishu witch! It is such as you who brought the wrath of Verminard down even upon us Seekers who had made our peace with him.
Oh, be still, Hedrick. You're not High Seeker of Solace anymore. Well said, Merida. We have so little time. We dare not waste it arguing among ourselves. You men. No, not you Seekers, but the real men among you. You are the ones who, above all, will risk your lives if you go along with our plan. What say you?
The devil with Hedrick and his Seekers! They didn't keep the dragons away from Solace, did they?
Aye, we will fight alongside you, Tanis, half-elven, for our freedom and for our families. Goldmoon, that is what they call you, is it not? They say you're a cleric. This man who has the wasting sickness begs a word with you ere he dies. His name is Elistan from Haven, and he is the only High Seeker to speak out against Verminard. I will do what I can, Merida. Young woman, you claim to bring word from the ancient gods. I must know if it was truly we humans who turned from them, not the gods who turned from us. Then Why have they waited so long to make their presence known? Imagine, old man, that you are walking through a forest, carrying your most precious possession, a rare and beautiful gem, when you are attacked by a vicious beast. You drop the gem and run away. Does that mean the gem has left the forest, or is it still lying there, shining brightly beneath the leaves, waiting for you to return for it? Of course. Of course. What fools we have been. The gem and the gods wait for our return. I only wish I had time to learn of your gods. You will be given time, Elistan. Who are these? The other three you said were coming? Yes, they've been scouting in 3 different directions.
And none of us has aught to report, it would seem.
Indeed? Then we're ready to go, at least as soon as Marita and the other women help us with something. We go to our children, God. It is time.
Get going with you, then.
It was hard enough to get Riverwind and me in these women's clothes, Sturm, even for the sake of a rescue. But you, of all people? A Solemnic knight does what he must, Karen. Yet you would not shave your mustaches. There are some things I will not do, even for a holy mission. Why didn't you save, Tanis? Or do you perhaps enjoy flaunting your human side as Gilthanas claims? I don't flaunt it, Lorana. I just got tired of trying to deny it. That's all. Right now, I have more important things to think about, such as fighting a dragon to free the children. Fight a dragon? You mean old Flamestrike? Bah, there's no need to fight that pitiful creature. In fact, were you to hurt her, you'd have half the children ready to tear you apart. They're that fond of her. Of a dragon, Marita? Flamestrike's ancient and more than half mad. Her own offspring were killed in some great war or other, and now she's got it in her head that our children are her children. Huh? What? Fizzbam, wake up!
What?
We were supposed to stay awake, remember? To save Seston from being that dragon's breakfast.
Oh, that. Well, they're both still asleep, so levitus rorum vidicus.
No, old one, your spell's raising the dragon.
Oh dear, missed my aim. Now, I'm zeroed in. Let's try again.
He's coming. Keep going. He's almost...
Ember, awaken! I have received reports of intruders. That cleric I sensed before is here, inciting the slaves to rebellion.
Oh, do not trouble yourself, my lord.
Trouble myself? Why, what's that?
A hat. You're early this morning. It smells of thunder. I want the children to have their exercise before the storm hits. And what are you doing here? This door is never guarded. You'll frighten the children. Lord Verminard's command. He and Ember are leaving this morning to finish the elves. We're ordered to search you before you enter. I'll start with the blonde one beside you. This is going to be a pleasure. For you, maybe. I never saw an uglier female than this. Ah! Kill them quickly. If they sound the alarm, it'll be all over. It was over before we began, Tanis. You heard the god. Someone betrayed us, so it's just a matter of time. Shh! Be very quiet as we move toward the playroom. Flamestrike generally sleeps soundly. If she does awaken, act like women. She'll not recognize you as men, for she's blind in one eye. She is? Verminard must have been desperate to be using such a dragon.
A hat? I know it's a hat, Ember. Spies! Spies in our midst! Capture them, dragon! I want them alive!
Alive? I cannot imagine why you would want them that way, Verminard. I shall get them for you, surely. But I cannot be certain I can do so without harming them. In any event, surely they can have no secrets worth keeping them alive for, can they?
I said I want them alive, and I meant it! Obey my command, Ember!
Well, I guess it's been nice knowing you, Fizzban.
Coxsquean!
Well, what do you know?
So you are a magic user, are you, spy? Well, we cannot have you running around in the dark. Let me light your way. Whoosh! Run! Both of you! Run! Shoo! Quickly, down the chain!
Why, you've put up some kind of unseen shield, so that flame can't reach us. How long can you keep it up, Fizzban?
I have no idea. I didn't know I could do it at all.
But the dragon's breath, old one. It's melting the chain.
Snap! Ember! I am coming, Verminard, but I fear I was not able to capture the spies alive. These things happen. Yeah!
Fizzban! He's gone, Tasselhoff. What was it that he said just before you heard him scream? Poor Fizzban. His last spell must have been Featherfall, just like Raceland uses. Wouldn't you know it? He just got the feathers. Huh? That sound! It's the Great Cogwheel! It's starting to turn! Thank you all for tuning in to this Dragonlance Saga reading. What did you think of the comic? Have you ever read Dragonlance comics before? Feel free to email me at info@dlsaga.com or leave a comment below. This channel is all about celebrating the wonderful world of the Dragonlance Saga, and I thank you for joining me in the celebration. Thank you for watching. This has been Adam with Dragonlance Saga, and until next time, Slanjavar!